Late one winter, actually right before COVID shut the world down, I was walking through the Marienplatz in Munich. They call it the town square, but if you haven't been there, it really doesn't. You think of town square, you think of small. This thing is gigantic. From the victual market, which is on one side, to where the pedestrian area ends, it's almost a mile long. You got the town hall, the famous glockenspiel, where clock changes and people come out to see what happens. There's fountains. There's a huge cathedral. Like one of my favorite life memories is that the Munich Marathon went right through the Marienplatz. It's that big. You could bring a major marathon through, a lot of tourists everywhere and whatnot. And because it's so big, it draws some street performers. And late one evening, right on the corner of the victual market, which, by the way, if you go there, you go through the victual market to a place called the Soup Kitchen. You get the best goulash in Europe. You can't go wrong. Get the goulash. So right by the victual market, in a corner, there's a group of people, and I saw them clapping and oohing and awing. I thought, well, I'll just go figure out what it is. And I looked through, and I see a guy there holding an accordion. Now, I'm sorry, I don't want to offend anybody that really likes the accordion or plays it, but I would normally just walk on, because to me it seems like a little bit of an embarrassing instrument, almost more of a toy than an instrument. But then I heard this. It was incredible. I mean, I will never, ever make fun of the accordion again. This guy created a symphony in his lap. It was amazing. And I almost missed it because of my prejudice. I thought nothing good can come out of the accordion. But a group of people who were giving him due praise and attention kind of spoke to me and said, Gary, put your prejudice aside. Come here. There's something really special to experience. This might seem like a bizarre analogy, but can I suggest to our culture today, God seems like an accordion? Quaint, embarrassing. If people bring him up in polite conversations, well, let's change the subject so things don't get too weird. But a group of people who are committed to worship him and proclaim his praise, who are thoroughly in love with him, can waken people's hearts to say, you know what? You might want to give this Jesus another look. We know you're kind of prejudiced against him, but there might be something here you don't see yet. It happened for my wife and I when we were at college. We went to Western Washington University in Bellingham, Washington. It's in the Pacific Northwest, just below the Canadian border, and it was known as one of the biggest party schools in the nation. In fact, one major magazine said it was among the top 10 party schools, partly because it's just below the Canadian border, so a lot of Canadians would come down. And Friday night was the big party night. Guys would drink